So now let's try to implement that feature, which is when we click the refresh button, we should get even more users being displayed here. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we know that when clicks happen on this refresh button, those should be represented as an event stream, just like everything else is. And we can use from event, we've seen this before, from this element, the refresh button, and from the type click. So now we have the refresh click stream, but the click events don't carry themselves an API URL, and that's what we need in order to do the network request. So we need to map each of these clicks to an actual URL. So now we need to change the request stream to be the refresh click stream mapped to something. So we're going to map each of these events to something. And here we want to return really an URL, for instance, of the API github.com users. And we should also give a random offset here because we want to get different users. So we make a random offset. There's a number between 0 and 500. And we put that here. Okay, so now request stream works in a different way. Whenever refresh happens, it will be mapped to a URL. And then the response will pick that up by mapping the request to something, and it should work. But now, if you're clever, you notice that this doesn't actually do any request in the beginning, because since we're mapping clicks to URLs, if I don't ever click that, then I will never get a URL in the request stream. So this data being displayed here is coming from the HTML. So we're not really getting any data at all from the backend here because I simply haven't clicked here yet. So I actually broke the feature that we had before. So why is this happening? Well, we need to have an initial request. We need to have the startup request, and I sort of broke that, so we need to put that back somehow. Let's make a stream that has only that startup request, which is basically what we had there before, but just with a different variable name. Users. And now this is a lonely request stream. It's not being used by the response stream. So response stream here only uses request stream. It's not using startup request stream. So because this one is actually request on refresh stream, and we're only doing this one. So how can we get that one to be used also for the response? Well, we can do something here called merge startup request stream. So when we do this, as you can see, we already got data here, and this came from the startup request stream. And then if I click refresh, we will get even more users. So what did I just do here with merge? Merge is this kind of operation that gives you back an observable that has events from either this or that. And if we draw a marble diagram for that, it looks somehow like this. So let's say we have A, B, and C. Let's actually suppose that these are events from the request on refresh. And then we have events from startup request streams, such as, it looks like this, because it has only one event, and it happens in the beginning. So then when we merge, it will simply make an output observable that has events from both of those. So it means that it has this S event, it also has A, and it also has B, and it also has C. And this is what we get as this operation here. So it has events from startup request, and it also has events from request on refresh. And that's how we got this output that we see here.